Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sheila. Today we are going to be learning how to make a beginner friendly bralette, and for the materials you'll need any yarn. I know this may be hard to get in some places, but I'm going to be giving general instructions on how to achieve this particular bralette using any yarn that you wish to use. And I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, and I'm going to be using Red Hat with Love, and it recommends a hook size of 6.5, but I'll be using a 5mm because I need my stitches a bit close since we are doing bra cups and all. And I'll also need a pair of scissors. So let's begin. You'll start off with a slip knot, and then you're going to make a chain that runs from the widest part of your bust, which is almost like from your nipple down to the base of your breast. So I'll need 10 chains for mine. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is enough for me because I'm a size small. Then I'm going to I'll chain up one and then single crochet in the second chain from the hook, not this one but this one. So single crochet in the second chain from the hook and all the way across. So continue to single crochet in every single chain up to the end. So here we are in our last chain, and I've placed my single crochet there, and now I'm going to place 2 more single crochets in that very chain. So 1 and 2. That means this very last chain has got 3 single crochets, and now you're going to keep that in mind. If you have a stitch marker, mark this middle stitch, the middle stitch of the 3 single crochets. Then you're going to start working onto the back side of the chain. So go in each and every chain with 1 single crochet. So I'm coming to the end of my row, and I'll place my very last single crochet in the very last chain, and this is how my work will look like. I've been working this side while weaving in this string, so I don't have to deal with it later. So for row 2 we're going to do something almost close to this, but this is the repeat row for this bra cup. And now I'm going to chain up 1. So you always chain up 1 at the beginning of every row, turn your work and single crochet in this very first single crochet, so the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. So go into the very first single crochet with a single crochet and go into each and every single crochet, placing 1 single crochet until you reach the middle stitch that you marked with a stitch marker. I didn't have one, so I didn't mark mine, but I know where it is. So these are the 3 stitches. This is 1, 2, and then there's a third one here. So in the first one you'll place 1 single crochet there. Then in the middle one where you placed your stitch marker, you place a total of 3 single crochets. So if you're using the stitch marker method, then you have to mark this stitch. Make sure you mark it so that you don't miss it when you come back for row 3. So after that you're going to single crochet once in each and every single crochet below. So when you come to the end of the row, don't forget to always place the last stitch into the very last single crochet, because we want the base of our bra cup to be flat. Chain 1, turn your work. So we are going to repeat row 2, and you're going to go into the very first single crochet with a single crochet, then continue to work 1 single crochet in each and every stitch until you reach the middle stitch, where you'll place a total of 3 single crochets. So this is my exact middle stitch, and I'll go into it with a total of 3 single crochets, like that. And then after this, go into each and every stitch with 1 single crochet all the way down to the end of the row. So after this, you're going to repeat this same exact row until you have the coverage that you need for your size. I won't give you particular rows or a particular number of rows that you need, because I'm very sure we are all using different sizes of yarn, and we all have different tension. So your tension determines the size of the piece that you'll make. So the size really depends on so many factors. It may be your tension, it may be your yarn, it may be your hook. So all these things determine the final outcome. So you're going to continue working until you have full coverage for your bust, or the bust of the person you're making the bralette for. Okay, so I went ahead to do a total of 14 rows, and these were enough to cover me up. And you can see it's very neat, and the stitches are not really like see-through. They're small holes, which we expect since this is stitching. And yeah, this is how the final look came out. I did a total of 14 rows. So go ahead and do what's suitable for your size. And then after this, you're going to do something exactly the same as this, and then I'll be showing you how to go about the next step. Alright, so here we are with both the bra cups finished. I did 14 rows. They should be exactly the same. So this was my first one, and I broke off my yarn here, and then this is my second one. So I'm going to get the one where I broke off the yarn, and that's the one I'm going to use to join the middle section. So I'll go to my very last stitch here and go into this first stitch on this side, and then I'll pull through this yarn like that, and then chain 1. You can chain 2 if you want it like to be more secure. That's okay. So we shall get a tapestry needle and try to hide this string, but for now we have this. We've joined the 2 bra cups, and then we are going to continue from this side, and all you're going to do is chain up 15. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. Then you're going to leave it there, and then what I want to do, I want to balance this same exact thing on this side. So I'm going to get a string, a small string from of the same exact color, of course. And then I'll attach my yarn on this side, in that corner, and I'll chain up 14. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. Now this 15th chain on this side, you're going to cut your yarn there, pull through and tighten the 15th chain. We're not going to be working in it. So this side is done. So we have this, and then we also have this on this side. So come back to this side, and we're going to be working at the base of the bra cups. So go into the second chain from the hook with a single crochet, and continue to single crochet all the way down the chain until you reach the body of the bra cup. So one single crochet in each and every chain. You'll have a total of 14 single crochets. Since the 15th was a turning chain, so this is what you should have right now. And now we're going to the body of the bra cup. You're going to place one single crochet in each and every row. So go into each and every row, placing one single crochet. I want to show you something. You see this hole? There's this, and then there's this. So those small holes show you the several rows of your bra cup. Those are the ones I'm going into with one single crochet into each and every one of them. That's what you should have. And when you come to the middle, you're going to just continue placing one single crochet in each and every row. Nothing is going to change. So since I had a total of 14 rows, that means I'll have a total of 28 single crochets at the base of my bra cup, because we were working like this. So I'm done with this side. You can see how the work looks like. And now I'm crossing over to the other side, still placing one single crochet in each and every row. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way across, and then also into these chains for a total of 14 single crochets, then all the way across this. And then I'll see you when we're doing row 2 of the base of our bralette. Okay, so I just came to the end of my row with one single crochet, and then you'll chain up one, turn your work, and start from the very first single crochet. And this is the row that we are going to keep repeating until we get the body to be thick enough. So you chain 1 and turn, and then place 1 single crochet in the very first stitch and all the way across, because now we have single crochets at the base of the bra cups. So you will just go into each and every one of them with 1 single crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more rows, and then I'll show you how my work will look like at the end, and then I'll be showing you the edging of the bralette. Okay, so I did a total of 11 rows of single crochets, and this is how my work looks like. If you want it thicker than this, then go ahead and do some more rows so that it goes maybe down to your belly button, or you can actually make this top in any length. So once you achieve this look, once you're done with that, I also made sure that my very last row, my 11th row, was on the right side of my work. This is the side that I want to be out, that I want the people to see. So this is where I ended my work. So for the edging row, we are going to be doing a reverse single crochet. As you can see, this top is worked in plain stitches, single crochet stitches, and I don't want to tamper with that with any other stitch because I love the simplicity of this top. And as I told you, it's a beginner friendly top. So you're going to chain up 1 and then go into the stitch behind, so into this stitch like you are working a single crochet, and single crochet in there like that, then go into the next one with a single crochet, then go into the next one with a single crochet. So this is a reverse single crochet. We just want a simple form of edging on this top that doesn't tamper with the simplicity of our design. So I'm going to do several of them, and then I'll be showing you how they look like in the end. So this is how it feels tighter at the edge. It feels like there's something going on at the edge of the top, so that we don't leave the stitches hanging. So you're going to go all the way across, so it's like we're working backwards but with a single crochet. Make sure you don't miss any stitch. And I think I've done this stitch on one of my shirts. So this is all we're going to do all the way across to the beginning of this row, and then I'll show you what to do when you come to the end. So this is what your work should look like. It's almost invisible, but it gives a very good edging to the work. It's better than leaving your work like this. So I'm going to go all the way to this corner, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Alright, so when you come to the end of your row, the base should look like this. And this is the end of the base of the top. So you will chain 1 and cut your yarn at this point. So the other thing that we are going to do is to make very simple straps for our bra cups, and these are going to be pretty long because they are going to go towards the back of our bralette. So you're going to attach your yarn in the exact middle stitch or the uppermost stitch of your top. Go into that stitch and attach your yarn, I'm going to just do a very simple chain of around 300 chains or 250. That's all I'm going to do, and then also I'll do the same on this side. Okay, so I did a total of 200 chains on each side. I didn't do 250 because that would be extra long. So what we are going to do right now is to create the gaps where the straps are going to pass, but that is optional because there are some holes here that you can pass through this strap. So those are the holes that I'm going to use. I don't want to create little holes on the side. So the way I want to do that, you're going to grab this side, crisscross this like this. So you're going to turn your work now. So sorry, these chains are extra long because some people like to play with chains around their waists. So what's on this side is going to come to this side. So locate where you want the first string to pass and pull through this strap like this, and what's on this side should come to this side. So bring this and pass it through this other side. So that's what you should have right now. Then we're going to find a second spot where to put the strings through. So for this top, it's very short. The thickness is not that big, so I'll go into the last and put through my string, and also go into the last one here. That's all I'm going to do, and then yeah, this is how the back will look like, and then the front side will look like this. So that marks the end of our tutorial. The other thing I wanted to point out is you can tie a knot at the end of this project because you don't want it to, you don't want these strings to pass through here, because sometimes people don't know how to put them back. The other option is to put beads at the end of these strings, because your client may wear it and fail to put them back when they're out. And then the other thing is, if you find this part of your bralette so open, you can get a tapestry needle and then close it up by around 3 stitches or 5 stitches, whatever is comfortable for you. You can always close it up a bit so that it's not so open, but I won't do that. I think this is perfectly fine for me. And yeah, that marks the end of our tutorial. I hope you liked it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.